welcome back to my channel. And today I am obviously going to be talking about, as you can see from the title of the video, my childhood fears and memories. And you're probably thinking, but you're still in your childhood. No, I mean when I was super duper young and didn't have a clue what I was doing, childhood, basically. And I have three stories, but two of them are to do with the same thing. But so first of all, I'm going to start off with the day that me and my friend Shauna was interrupted by something very scary. No, I have 4 stories. Yeah, I've got 4. Wait, 4. Some of it's not about me, some of it's about one of Shauna's family members, and some of it's about me and Shauna, and then one of them's about me on my own with my cousin and 3 of my other best friends. So, basically, I'm going to tell you the first one, which is to do with the van. You're probably thinking the van. Yeah, I'm going to tell you now. So, me and Shauna, we was young. And as you go into my house, there's like 2 stools with like a stone on each side. I was sat on that one, and Shauna would always sit on that one. It was always how we roll. So I sat on that one, she sat on that one. One day we was just playing outside as usual, because she didn't like going around hers all the time, and I just didn't like going to mine all the time. So we just switched individually each time. Every hour or every half an hour we'd switch. And this time we didn't need to switch. We pegged it. And the reason was because of that was because don't really know. There we go. Was because of a very certain reason. And that was because I was sat down, we was playing, we was talking about something. And so, you know, this white van, we've had a little bit of a reason for this sort of run-off, because we have had a bit of an experience before with one of her youngest brothers with a van, particularly a black one, but I'll tell you that story in a minute. But yeah, it was basically, and this van was going up the street as normal. I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. And it had like a dog symbol, like black, dog symbol, and I was thinking, oh no, what about if it's a killer person? We were just thinking things. Because we used to watch things that wouldn't be very, very nice. Like, we watched kidnap, we watched murders, we watched things that you shouldn't watch. I started watching this thing called Crime Watch Daily when I was about 7 years old. I was 7 years old, and I knew what murder was. I knew what rape was. I knew what everything was, literally, at 7 years old. And you're probably thinking, you were 7 years old. I was 7 years old, and I had YouTube. I had my own little computer, and I had my own desk, and I was sat down on this, on my seat, and I came across Crime Watch Daily, and I was with my friend Shauna, my best friend. And I realised, what's this? Let's watch it. Why don't we? We've got nothing else to do. We're bored as freaking hell, so we're bored. We don't know what to do. So I was sharing the seat so it was like a seat about that big, and I'm on that side, and she's on that side. We're just like hugging and that, like watching it together. Because we just shared seats. There was no seats left. We weren't bothered. We weren't fussed about sharing seats. Anyway, so I watch it, and we're like, oh, she just killed. But basically, it was so graphic. It was so graphical that every single day since we watched that, we watched a new one every single day. When it was up, when it was ready, we'd either watch it on her house, on her laptop, or in my house, on my computer setup. And I'm really sad that I don't have my computer anymore, but it broke due to the fact that we moved here. It broke because someone dropped it. Not going to say who, quite annoyed at them still for that. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting a new one, so I'm getting an iMac, so I'm very excited for that. Or a MacBook, it depends on which one. A MacBook Pro, hopefully. I've already found the one, I've already found a case for it. But everything, my mum just needs to order it for my birthday. Hopefully she will. And that means, guys, that when I get my money, I can get you guys, I can get myself a proper camera to film things for you guys, and it won't turn off automatically. It can go in, and I'll be able to do full-on vlogs for the rest of the day. And it's going to be so freaking damn good, and my quality will be a lot better, and I cannot wait. I've got a surprise coming for you very, very soon to do with another YouTuber who has a mansion and lives in Sheffield. Comment down below who you think it is. And I've already told one person on my Instagram, don't go telling people because they need to guess themselves. Anyway, so yeah, we had like this whole time, so we knew what things were. We knew straight away what things were. So it was like, oh, maybe that's a kidnapping, maybe it's what we watched on Courage Daily, maybe that's what it is. So we were thinking the worst, the absolute freaking damn worst. Obviously we had every right to due to her youngest brother nearly being taken in a black van. I'll tell you about that in a minute, like I just said. But we ran round and we was thinking, what's the quickest way to get to your house? I was thinking down the back alley, straight away. My hair was black, it was dark. And we hated back alleys. We hated them after watching Courage Daily because it was mainly about back alleys and things like that and scary places. And we watched one where in back alley someone got murdered. We've heard stories about this back alley in real life, that someone been stabbed down there, someone got murdered down there. We have loads of different scenarios of different stories that's scary. And I was thinking, shall we do it? Shall we face off here? And me and Sean are like, yeah. But we need a light, and I had my phone on me in my pocket because I had my coat on, and we was wearing matching clothes because that was the day that we got took to Blackburn and got matching clothes. We love One Direction. We were both wearing One Direction things. I was in my coat, she was wearing her coat, and I had my phone in my pocket, and it had the light on with the torch. I was going, and then we realised. She was like, Jessica. She was shaking me like that. She was like, why is the blooming light not on? Why did you turn it off? I was like, Shauna. She was like, what? I was like, it's dead. We need to fucking get out of here. It's just like holding my hands so much that when we finally get out, my hand's like dead because it's been squeezed for so long because she crushed my bones literally like that. And I was like, oh. But yeah, what you do is you go down. First of all, I bump into a bin. Then you go around the corner. She bumps into a bin. Carry on going, then return, and then finally we're at a house. And we're like, they're like, look like you've been petrified, like tortured. No, we told her the story. Because my mum was already around there after work. She went straight away. And my dad was already around there after work, and I already had my tea around there, so it was fine. It was after school. No way. We're after school. It was when I went down Blackburn with them. Oh no! Oh wait. My mum didn't go to work that day. She went down Blackburn with all of Manny's kids. She had about 6 kids, including, she took 5 because it was Daniel, Lauren, Shauna and me. She took 5. So, but we all went individually with our own friends. So Dominic and Daniel went together, Lauren went on her own, and me and Shauna went together. So obviously, due to that fact, Mum went just straight back to Mandy's to have a brew and a cup of tea and a chit chat because Mandy had her own red room, which was so warm at the time. We used to love chilling in there, like literally. And then Paul had his own set up in his own room with all like computers and things like that. And my dad went round there when he realised my mum was round there. So yeah, and then me and Sean stayed by mine on our own, no one in the house at all. Terrified, so obviously we went round. And then I'm going to tell you the time where her youngest brother, I'm not going to say who, so I said Dominic and Daniel, but her youngest brother, me, Shauna, and her oldest brother, can I say, yeah, I can't say his name, Dominic, and me were all outside playing. So me and Shauna decided to come in because it was getting too hot to even stay outside. We was boiling that day. It was a really, really hot day. And like it was yesterday, actually, it was pretty hot. And, God, this is it. And we didn't know that Dominic decided to come in. We didn't know. So me and Sean was upstairs. We didn't know that, obviously, the youngest one was downstairs on his own, outside. Because Dominic and the youngest brother, I can't say his name, Daniel, were having an argument. So Dominic decided to just go with me and came inside. But we didn't know Maggie because we was playing on Wii U, and she had paper as well because Shauna really liked drawing. She still loves drawing from this freaking day, to be honest. She still loves drawing. So yeah, and then we didn't realise, but a black van, just another black van, pulled up outside of the house. Mind you, Daniel was out there on his own. Mind you, there was no supervision for him to be looked after because everybody was inside. My mum was inside, but Mandy didn't notice because obviously they was watching Corrie because my mum and her dad loved my mum. And her mum loved to watch Corrie in the Red Room and EastEnders and everything else and Emmerdale, but my mum didn't really like Emmerdale. But yeah, back to the story. The man goes, it's in the van. Do you want some sweeties? Knowing that Daniel is about something years old at the time, he's only young, and he knew straight away what he was doing. So he said, no thank you, and he ran inside. And then when they realised that he went to one of his parents, that van went in a flash. But because me and Shauna realised what was going on because we were watching outside the window because we heard Daniel scream, we looked outside and yeah, we saw it. And we saw the registration, Shauna wrote it down, and then that's how we got told off basically because to remember the registration, we got it written down. So good job though, Shauna, you're brilliant at drawing, because if you didn't have that pen and paper in your hand, we would have been gone. We wouldn't have even been able to help Daniel. So yeah, well done. Anyway, I'm going to tell you one of my own ones. Oh wait, no, I need to tell you the other one about the back alley. So there was another time where it came back, this white van with the dog thing on it. There was another time, so you saw us never riding up our road until one day, the day that I told you about when we went down the back alley for the first time in the middle of the night. Same happened again 2 days after. And I think it knows what time we come out and what time we sit on them like stone things. It's like a stand and then a stone and another stone. It's like a square stone. It's very uncomfortable, but we had a coat on, so we just put it over the top and then sat on it. So yeah, it was easy. And then there's the entrance to my old house, which was actually called 108. So, but now I live in 114. So yeah, this van comes back. Mine, we didn't know what to do again, so we didn't run the easy way. We decided to run wherever we could think of, down the street. As you know, if you know where I live, don't tell me where I live, but it's like a long road. Then you go down and then there's like a thing like where Barbers is, and you go down and then there's a back alley. And we could have gone straight up. We could have gone straight up and then turned to our left. That's what my mum said when we got there eventually up the back alley. We were like, oh yeah, but we didn't think of that. We was like, we need to get out. We're gonna get murdered or something like that. We was terrified because of all the things that we'd watched in the past on Cromwell's Daily and YouTube and things like that, and on the TV. And yeah, basically it was madness. Basically, that's all I can say about it. It was madness. And we go up, and this back alley, it's like a long back alley. You can go straight up, or you can turn on like a diagonal thing, and you got that. It's like diagonal, and you turn to your right, and then you turn to your left, and then you can go up, and there's a house. But mine was pitch black. My phone was not with me. It was in her house because we left there because we didn't think we were gonna have to walk down the back alley again, but we did. And then we bumped into a lot of things like bins again. Like loads of different things, like toys that were outside still from like old toys and that was outside. We bumped into a lot of things because they did leave a lot of things outside on the back alleys. And we carried on, and we carried on, and then we carried on, and then we eventually got to the house, and they went, why didn't you just go around the corner, not go the hallway? I was like, we don't know, we just needed to get away. So yeah, we just did that. And then after that, I slept over because I was traumatised and didn't want to go back around near my house. So Amanda said it was alright for me to stay over, which was good because I near enough stayed around her house all the time. So it was not really a big of a deal. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really cool. And I'm going to tell you one of my own childhood fear story. So there's me, my cousin Matt, or Matty, Madison, Tilly, Ruby. There's 5 of us. And one day I decided to go down on my own. So there's like a big, at the bottom, I used to run a place called Bigfoot Street. And it's like, there's like a back alley, but then there's like the actual road, like where the door is. But basically the back of our house is like a back alley, it's pretty cool. And then down, there's like a massive wall, and it's not like a high wall, it's like a low one with like a stone and a flat bit where you could sit down. I mean, and my cousin and my 3 other friends decided to sit down there. Then they went in and I was like, no, I'm just going to chill here and stay here. Mind you, like I said, I'd watch Crime Watch Daily. I heard a noise down coming from there, and because I was only 7 or something at the time, I just thought it was like an amazing place, and it was like a whole other world down there, and I really wanted to check it out. So I heard a noise, and I was thinking, I'm going to go check down there. Mind you, it wasn't nothing to do with the magical world. It was full of trees, it was full of bushes, it was full of mud, it was full of grass, it was full of horrible things, and I got muddy. But when you have them old leaves that have been left out on the ground for so long, and you can hear people crunching on them, and you can hear them coming towards you, and then next thing you know, they're there behind you. That's what happened to me. And I pegged it. And then that same night, I had to go to a youth club. Oh my God, I was terrified to even walk past the wall to go to church. Like, it wasn't really a church, it was like a youth club. And I went with my godmother and my godfather and a few other people that wanted to go. And we went down, and I had my other friend, I had Tilly and Ruby that went there as well, and I had Madison as well. We went down there. I was too scared to even walk past the wall. Every time I just didn't look. There was one time I had a dream that I was down there with all my other friends I told you about, the 5 people, Matty, Tilly, Ruby, me, Madison. There's 4 of us, sorry. Madison. I'm thinking, oh no. So yeah, and then we realised, it's 5. Me, Tilly, Ruby, Madison, Matt, yeah, that's 5. And we decided that we'd go and take a look. But it was in my dream. So we would take a look, and there's like this monster that was down there. As soon as I heard that noise, I've always had a dream that it was a monster. A monster used to be down there. And I'm so lucky that I did not have the back bedroom. Because I'm telling you now, I probably would have shit myself if I would have had the back bedroom. I wouldn't have been happy. Would not have been happy if I had that bedroom. Because I wouldn't be able to see the wall. Then the wall at the bottom, there's like a massive field. And in my dream, obviously, because there's a monster down there and it was chasing after us, we didn't decide to go home. We decided to run up the field in the pitch black dark. This is in my dream, all made up in my dream. It's not true, it's just in my dream, and I always believed it ever since it was in my dream. Because I believe when I was younger that everything in my dream came true, everything was real. I know, it's pathetic, but that's how I used to think. And, mind you, yeah, it was scary. And, we got lost in the fields, but then when I woke up, I was so glad when I woke up because I was home. My mum and dad was there, and he was like, "Are you alright?" My sister, because we shared bedrooms with my sister when we was younger. And she realised that what a dream I was having. So I was like, no, don't run after me. We need to get up the field. I was talking basically in my sleep, and I was saying everything that I was saying in my dream to one of the characters that was in my dream. I think it was either Matty, Madison, Tilly, Ruby. I can't remember which one. And I was talking to them, and it was all my dream. And then my sister went talking about my mum and my dad because I was like, oh, I was shaking as well because I was really scared in my sleep. And I was rolling around because it was like a not very nice dream. And then after that, that day has terrified me. I still can't, I know I'm like 14 now, but I can still not even walk past that wall without getting the fucking shivers. I literally get scared the living daylight out of me. Not assuming anyone of you like going to play down near the wall at the bottom of Beaconfield Street. I'd advise you not to though, because you don't know what's going to be behind that wall. I thought it was a brilliant desert island. That's what I thought. I thought it was a way to get to Blackpool. No. So I've been drinking this many drinks all in one go. I got them yesterday, and I just finished them. But yeah, you only gonna go on there, mind it's not safe. But if you are playing there, no offence. No offence, I used to love playing down there. But sometimes I weren't always allowed at the bottom of my back alley. Same as Tilly and Ruby because they lived on like, so basically Bakerfield Street, you had like a long road thing at the top before the field. And my cousin Ryan Burt, so people call him Bertie now in school, to his name, and he's at the top one. I think he was there as well. I think he was, but he won't remember it now because obviously he's all grown up now, smoking e-cigs and that. Pretty good. Anyway, you go like right down. Oh, I've been yawning and hiccuping. You go right down and then you see like a driveway. And these twins that I know, I think it was their cousin that lived on there. I can't remember, but we used to like to play this game. Oh god. Did I even tell you? Yeah, I'm going to tell you this. So me, Tilly, Ruby, Ryan, and my boyfriend, I know, could you believe it? I had a boyfriend at the age of 8. At the age of 8. And all because one of my friends really fancied the person that lived on the drive next to Tilly and Ruby. I think it was Tilly or Ruby that fancied him. The one next door. They lived next door to each other basically, so they knew each other very, very well. And obviously Tilly and Ruby used to have a trampoline and that and a pool. So I was like, let's go around there. Let's go around there. And yeah, it was a sick day that day. I remember it was such a good day. So it was sunny that we got ice lollies given by their mum, and she was just so cute. But yeah, mind you, we used to play this game called Mummy and Daddy. And you're probably thinking, what? And we used to bring out, this is how young we were, we used to bring out the 10 babies and that. It was such a good game though, because we used to go to the shop together. Sometimes the dads would be working, and sometimes me and the other mothers would hang out as best mates. That's how we rolled. That's how we did it as a kid. We loved it. And then I had my boyfriend. So I had my boyfriend. Believe it or not, I did. I had my boyfriend Jacob. I know. Ruby had Ryan Burtzel, which was my cousin. And Tilly had the guy and had the girl. I mean, the boy next door who they lived next to. We used to always play out in like a pack, and Madison wasn't in one because she weren't allowed to play out that time. We used to play it, and we had to do one where I was pregnant, we was having kids, we used to go to the shops together, we used to go have coffee together, the dads would be working. That's how we rolled as a kid, basically. We freaking loved it. And if anyone would try and stop us from playing it, we'd be like, right, you're not playing anymore, get out. And we'd replace that person with someone, and then when they wanted to come back, we'd say no, because you've already been replaced. So you tried to ruin it so you can get out. So yeah, that's how we rolled, basically. Someone tried to ruin the game, we'd say, get out, leave us alone. So yeah, nothing would stop us from playing that game. We loved it. And we played a lot of games, but that was our favourite one. Mummy and Daddy's, that was our favourite one. That was our favourite. Jacob was such a nice lad. But obviously, because I moved away to Clayton, when I moved to Clayton, we didn't really see each other, so we ended up breaking up, which was kind of sad. But I was with him for a good, bloody hell, how old, Jesus, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was with him for a good 5 years. I know, you're probably thinking, wow. I know, I did love him though. There's like this is our favourite place to hang out, me and Jacob. This is where we had like a little picnic. And we had, it was like a bush. We used to call it the love bush. That's what we used to call it, like the snog bush. Do you know, like on Sims 4, where they have the love bush and they like do it to make a baby? Yeah. That's what we did with our game. So when someone got pregnant, they would end up going into the love bush. I know this doesn't make any sense to you, but it would make so much sense to me. And probably if the people that played this game with me and you're watching this right now, I'm really sorry, but yeah, I'm not sorry actually, baby. But yeah, so someone would go into the love bush, make love with the person, and you'd have to kiss. That's how me and Jacob basically met. We just asked him to come out one day. We came closer, then we started playing Mummy and Daddy's, then we had to kiss, and then we just basically fell in love. Same with Ryan and Ruby, and same with Tilly. And I think his name was... I've literally forgotten his name, but he was related to the twins that used to go to my school. They still go to Hammond Academy, but yeah, I'm not going to say anything about them. Anyway, can't remember his name, but yeah, he was there. And one time we was allowed to Lawful Park, and what we did, we used to go take a shortcut. And what we would do, you'd go down these steps, like over these wooden steps, basically down where the wall was. And we was all allowed one day to go on our own, and we was absolutely buzzing. We got to take our bikes, we got to take the scooters, and we had a ball. We had a blast, and we decided to play at Mummy and Daddy's there because it was a bigger space, bigger area, better. And you know the swing thing that goes like that? We used to make that as our love bush, but we made it as the love swing. So whenever you sat on there, you had to basically become pregnant. So even if you sat there by accident because you were tired, if you sat on there with your boyfriend or on your own, you had to call your boyfriend over to kiss and, love bug. That was it. Love. Just straight away. And you become pregnant or you couldn't come pregnant. It would depend on the speculation of if you wanted to have another kid, if you already had one, but you could only have 2 children. And mine because I think it was Lily and Ruby, Tilly and Ruby that had a little sister, and we had to take her. So that ended up being mine and Jacob's child. Pretty good. I freaking loved it. So it was basically like me and Jacob had our own little family. I basically did love him, but also moved away, so then the connection broke, and then, yeah. But yeah, we did have some brilliant times, and if I could go back to them times where I lived up in Beaconsfield Street and hang around with all them people, I would bring it back in a heartbeat, definitely, because I loved it. I loved it. So yeah, it was in a Longfold, and then you had the slide, and that, take it or not, used to be where we'd down where the bigger swings were. That was mine and Jacob's home and the little girl's home. Our kids' home, basically, our kids' home. And then next we'd have Ruby and Ryan, which is obviously Ryan and my cousins. That was pretty cool. And then nextly you'd have over the other side where all the bongy things were. That was Tilly, and I think he was called Eli. Oh my god, Eli. So it was Eli and Tilly. It was Ruby and Ryan, me and Jacob. So yeah, got it. Yeah, done it. So yeah, that was their home. That was my home, and that was their home. And then the next ramp would be basically the shopping centre, and I freaking love this bit so much. You wouldn't understand how much I loved it. But basically, when the dads would go to work, they'd go like, basically on Longfield Park you have like the big like grass, and at the top there's like this whole other area. They used to have to go over there to work, and obviously because the girls didn't have to work, because obviously they just had a baby and they had a toddler to look after, you would get to take your baby, because obviously we was all young, we had prams and that, and so I got the real pram, so obviously I got the real toddler. It was pretty cool, and I was actually the one that was like, yeah, I'm being a mum. I felt amazing. And we went to the shopping centre, and then we'd meet up for coffee, and because there was no such thing as Starbucks, we used to call it what did we call it? Then we called it Cocoa. That's what it was called, basically, or basically our other version of Starbucks, because obviously we didn't have a Starbucks then, it's just been built in Blackburn. So yeah, anyway, there's a video coming up with that soon I'm going to film it on Friday. I'm going to remember one of my friends, but I'm not going to film her because she don't want to be on film. I understand that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's really exciting, but I'm going with 2 people, like, but not on the same day. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it's such a good game, and what we basically did was like where the climbing frame was. Get this. That used to be for us, like just it was basically like the bar. It was basically like the pub. So if the dads weren't working, the mums would go out. They'd call for each other. Ryan, Eli, and Jacob would go to either my house, Ruby's house, or Tilly's house and play on the Xbox while looking after the kids. And the girls would go out for a drink up the ramp and near the climbing frame. We bloody love this game. And actually where the baby section is, that's what we used to call the play centre, where we would leave them if we had to go to work and the dad had to go to work. That's how we rolled. And one day we had the park all to ourselves, and we freaking loved it because we just had the ramp up the top. That's how we did it, basically. So if we didn't have the ramp, if we didn't have the place to ourselves, we'd have like the big field to be the whole shopping centre. Then one day I was like, there's nobody up there. We can use that shopping centre. And they was like, yeah, it's a brilliant idea. People listened to my ideas, which was amazing. And this was actually my game from the start. I thought of it all. But there was, like, our mums never found out that we had this game. My mum still don't know it from this day, so but in it, if you see my mum, if you know my mum, don't tell her. She'll freak out. But yeah, and then I remember once when I was basically in the bus used for like 2 benches, and I was sat there. Ruby and Brian was sat there, and I realised that there was a couple, and I was so freaking happy. Then Tilly told me that she was a couple with Eli, which was amazing as well. So basically we were all like couples. And then when the couple goal came a thing, it was like couple goals. So basically couple goals were a thing, and then when that happened, we was like, yeah, this game is going to go on and on and on and on. And if I still, even though I'm a lot older now, if I could still meet them up with them people again, they were still the same, then obviously Ryan didn't have drugs and smoke things and e-cigs and that, I would awfully gradually play it again. I loved it so freaking damn much. And we would come back from the park. Well, basically what we did, we'd all get money each from our parents to get either a pizza to share or a portion of chips for each of us. Because me and Jake was actually going out at the time, and so was Ruby and Ryan. Me and Jake shared our money, so we both got a big pizza and some portion of chips to share. That's how we did it, that's how we rolled. And obviously Eli and Tilly did it, and then Ruby and Ryan did it. So it was a brilliant game, and I loved to play it. And every time when we came into the chippy, or wherever we went, or the takeaway, with our prams, everybody would be staring at us, and we just used to go. And then there was this, I remember this reaction to the day I died. I was walking into the chippy, it was called Mr. Chips, I don't know if it's still open now, but that's where we used to go if we wanted to go to the chippy, because obviously the Lucky Rain weren't open then. And we went, and oh God, this was a girl, she went, I want one of them prams, and it was the real pram, obviously, because I had the real toddler, and everyone had like the babies because they just got pregnant. But obviously, because I'd had mine for ages, because after I went into the bush, but the thing is though, you could get an abortion, you could have a miscarriage, you could have a load of things. And what we did was so basically, when you went down where the field was, there was like a bit like before you go to the field, and individually at the back of this house there used to be like this like long pavement thing, and you just had like different squares, and that would be the birthing room. That would be it right there, the birthing room. And sometimes you could miscarry, sometimes you could, anything could happen. It was like real life. It was like our life right there and then. But then, it was amazing, basically. We loved it. And every time we had an opportunity to play it, we would play it. Every time we was all together, we used to go, if Ryan comes out, and if EL comes out, if EL comes out, we can all play that game. And it was like, yeah, and we all came out. As soon as they said, do you want to play Mummy Dies, it was like, yeah, let's do it. And we used to scream because we were so happy. And then we go, can we go to Lawford again, please? Because obviously it was the best place to play it, because they had like the top shopping centre, the pub and everything there already, because it was all like based on how we'd play it. And then we'd have our houses at the bottom, obviously, where mine were the swings, and obviously next to it was like the thing that bongs up and down, not the ones that are bongies, but the one where you can sit on and it just goes up and down. That used to be Ruby and Ryan's. There's like next door neighbours. And then Eli would be with Tilly, and they would be on the bongos that shake like that. And every time they used to bong it, Jacob used to have to tell him to stop it because I hated it so much. But yeah, there was one time where we had to go on the bus. Any transport, we would use the roundabout, because the roundabout was a sit-down roundabout, and it had about 5 chairs, and it'd go round and round and round. But luckily they didn't spin it that hard. When they did, Jacob had to scream at them again as they stopped because I didn't like it. There was one time where Jacob was at work, and obviously none of the girls didn't like going too fast. Me, Ruby. No, wait, Ruby did, but me and Tilly didn't. So instead, me and Tilly decided to walk with the prams, and Ruby could have a big spin. And then by the time we'd walk round about 2 or 3 times, obviously, Ruby would stop the thing and say, hi, and we'd just pretend and done that, yeah. So yeah, it was a really, really good game. We had like the shopping centre, we had the Cocoa, which was like coffee, a different version to Starbucks, so we didn't know what Starbucks were. We had the pub, we had the Love Swing, known as Love Bush, back home. So yeah, and then after that we'd actually get real food. But sometimes what we do is we get real food earlier, and we bring it back to Lowerfold, and we'd have it in the house like we was having a proper meal. But because the bongos had like a circular, like flat surface, not like the swings, not like the ones that jump up and down, not the bongos that jump up and down. We decided to all go to Tilly and Eli's house, and that ended up being a great decision because then we could all eat our food and that, and there was like 4 or 5 bongos, and me and Jacob had one to share. Ruby and Ryan had one, it was next to us, and Tilly and Eli had one. It was like me there, Ruby there, with Ryan, and then Tilly and Eli there. So yeah, it was the best experience ever. I loved it. I loved that game so much. But yeah, guys, this is what my childhood life was like. So if you know that story, or if you played a similar game to that, comment it down below and I might read it out. It depends. So yeah, guys, really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I'm about to go and watch Nick and Gabby's Shopping for 24 Hours because I watched it and I freaking loved it, so I'm going to watch it again and again and again and again until I find a better one. But anyway, yeah, I really hope you love this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to turn the big bell on for notifications so you don't miss any of my videos, because some of them are going to be banging this year. Make sure you keep an eye out for my biggest video yet. Can't say what it is, but you'll know when it is because it's going to have big capital letters. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I love you guys so much, and yeah, comment down below if you ever did the game like that with me. And comment down below if you are the people that I did it with. I know they were. Tilly, Ruby, Eli, me, Jacob, Ryan. There was loads of us. Basically, there was like 7 of us. Wait, were there 7? No way. Me, Jacob, Tilly, Ruby. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, so them 2. Like that. Them 2. And them 2. So yeah, it worked. And I did actually love Jacob. Jacob, if you're watching this, you were like the best person I went out with. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye. Bye, guys.